You've got this killer idea for an app, a piece of software, but getting it from your head into a concrete plan, a real plan that a developer or these days an AI can actually build perfectly, yeah, that's the tricky part. Well, today, we're going to look at a new kind of blueprint that's designed to solve exactly that.
So let me just ask this straight up. Are we building software completely blindfolded? Okay, so here's the core of this going blind dilemma. We're just talking to the AI, right? We say things like, hey, build me a login page or add a database connection. And it does it. But the thing is, we can't actually see the invisible structure, the architectural bones that it's putting together underneath it all. It's literally like telling a construction crew to build a house one room at a time, just based on your verbal instructions, without anyone ever checking the master blueprint. Yeah, you'll get the rooms you wanted, but the foundation, the whole thing could be a disaster waiting to happen.
And that is exactly where this idea of an architect's workbench comes into play. So the platform we're talking about is called Applifique. It's this really cool mix of a visual, conversational, AI-powered platform. But here's the key. Don't think of it as just another coding tool. It's not. It's more like a dedicated digital workbench for a software architect, a place to dream up and visualize the entire project before anyone even thinks about writing code.
It's meant to be the eyes for the architect. The entire point is to take this super complex, abstract idea of a software plan and turn it into something you can actually see and touch, something that everyone on the team can finally understand. Everything revolves around this central workspace, this single, really powerful canvas.
And the creative flow is designed to feel really natural. First, you've got the conversation panel. Think of this as your client meeting room. It's where you chat, brainstorm, and throw ideas around. Then, those ideas get pulled onto the canvas, which is like your main drafting table where the blueprints come to life. And finally, you have the preview panel. This is like the scale model display in an architect's office, where you can see a mini version of what you're building.
It's a live, interactive, lo-fi wireframe of the app's user interface. You get instant, tangible feedback. It answers that question that everyone, especially the client, always has. So, what's this thing actually going to look like?
So you're probably wondering, what's the magic behind all this? What's powering this whole system? Well, it's not just one giant do-everything AI. Instead, what you have here is more like a highly coordinated team of AI specialists.
It uses something called a multi-agent system, which is a fancy way of saying it's a team of AIs, each with a specific job. You've got the project planner, who's kind of like the manager, figuring out what needs to be done. Then there's the architect, the mini designer. You've got the prototyper, who's in charge of whipping up those wireframes we just saw. And, super importantly, you have an inspector, whose entire job is to look for flaws in the plan.
But what's the end game? What do you actually get out of this whole process? What's the final deliverable?
And listen, this is probably the most important takeaway. The output here is not code. Let me say that again. It's not code. It's what they call an architectural package. Basically, it's a perfect machine-readable blueprint that you can then hand off to any AI coding agent to actually build.
This blueprint, it becomes the common language. It's what finally lets humans and AI work together with complete, total clarity. So if that blindfold were suddenly gone, if you could see your software's architecture perfectly, every connection, every component, with crystal clarity before a single line of code was ever written, just imagine. What would you build then?
Applifique, c'est simply magnifique.